parents, Miss Freeman here. I have been going through some of your responses in the survey. Thank you once again for just letting me know your opinion and your thoughts. It is really helpful for me. And it sounds like a lot of you have had a very similar week to myself. I've just felt this week that everything with the virus and with this quarantine has just started catching up. Everything just seems to be taking longer, and it's been harder and harder to motivate myself. And that's hard because on one level I know what we're doing is truly God's work. We are here, I'm able to help you guys help your children become people who are able to understand God better and build that relationship with Him and continue on in their schoolwork as they're meant to be doing. And while that is a great thing to be doing, it's really such a different situation. It's very difficult to see that progress and to see that, growth that's happening. And you guys might be feeling the same way, I'm not sure, but it does seem like everyone's had a bit of a rough of a slug of a week. So thank you once again for just continuing on. And I just want to answer a few questions that I've seen pop up. I know there's a lot of what ifs in the air, and there's still a lot of things going on. So we just want to clear a few things up and hopefully get things sorted a little bit. So one of the big questions that I've been seeing is, how is marking going to work now that we are in this weird home situation? And I just want to go into a little bit more detail with that. First of all, I want you to understand I am planning to be very lenient with this time, both in terms of how I give marks and in terms of due dates as well. I know every family has a bit of a different schedule and a bit of a different way of doing things, and that's absolutely fine with me. I'm happy to take things in late at this moment, preferably the sooner the better as always, but I have some lenience there. And in terms of the actual work itself, I am looking more for completion, for effort, for the work that they're putting into it. And yes, there will be some content-based things that I'm hoping that they are getting and I will be marking on, but all of my marking right now is going to be taken with the back of my mind saying this is a different time, this is a different situation than it would be in the classroom. And I really don't want to see marks falling too low, so I'm trying to keep that in mind as we do things too. The way you will be able to check marks on Google Classroom, I have a list of all of the people, but if you go to your child's Google Classroom, you should be able to see their marks in some place. If not, I believe the marks are also emailed to their Gmail. So either way, any projects that happen on Google Classroom, you will be able to see the marks too if you look for them. Now, another question I had was about their books. I know right now you have a good amount of their books with you at home. We have math, language, science, we have a bit of reading, and we have a few other things as well. That seems to be going well. However, there are, as you may have noticed, some things that I left out in hopes of us getting back sooner than it looks like we are going to get back. So in terms of that, I am hoping to be sending home a few more books for your kids. Shouldn't necessarily add to the workload, it's just going to replace certain things as we go through them. For example, soon we'll be finishing up science, so I'm going to send home their health book for them to work on that. Eventually we're going to switch from Adventures in Strange Lands to another actual chapter book for a book report or for a book reading assignment, that sort of thing. So any books that I'll be sending home will be coming, first of all, from me or from some TAs. I'm trying to arrange a ride program so we can get them dropped off to your homes. You don't have to worry about coming into school and cross-contamination or things like that. The only person who will be touching everything is me or our wonderful TAs. And as far as we know, we are very, very healthy. You're welcome to Lysol them down if you really want to be sure. But I think that will be the best way to do that. I'm hoping that for that to happen sometime this week, or possibly beginning next week, depending on how things go. So yes, more books are coming, but the workload will not be changing necessarily. It'll just be replacing books that you guys will be done with. Now, in terms of personal things like pencil cases, things like that, that unfortunately is staying at school for the time being, unless there's like an urgent needs for something. In that case, let me know, and I will see if I can get that delivered in the pile as well. But I'm not going to give other things out because it's just a lot of work, and there's a lot of things that we just aren't able to carry all over. So if you want something, it has to be a necessity. You have to have a very good reason for it, but there is a possibility for that as well. Because there is at the very least another 2 weeks going on, I'd really like to plan a special day sometime either this Friday or next Monday where the students can have a little bit of a break. Now this wouldn't be like a holiday break like Easter was. What I'm actually thinking is I thought we could do sort of a creative break where for just one day all the students have a chance to create or perform a talent of some sort, or just like get something together that they'd like to share with the class. Maybe just a poem, maybe just, a few words of like jokes. It could be songs, it could be a little play, it could be just like a really nice thing that they've made, little things like that. And my idea is for those of you who know how to record videos, you guys could take a video of that and send it to me. For those of you who aren't sure about videos, I could get in contact with you or your child over Zoom and we could get a recording that way. You could send me pictures, things like that. And my really big hope with this is by the end of the day, I'll have compiled as many of these kids' talents and things as possible, edit it all together, and we'll have a nice little talent video for the kids to see of each other. I know the Zoom meetings have been a great chance for us to sort of hang out and just have a nice time, nice social interaction, because that's not something they get a lot now that we've all sort of been quarantined. But I feel like this sort of talent show idea might just be a nice break from the actual schoolwork and just a nice way for us to be creatively involved with each other. And because it's just one day, it's not going to affect the schedule overall. In fact, that wasn't a question I got, but we are at the moment very much on schedule. We're exactly where I would have anticipated us to be in terms of how I was teaching in school. So that is not something to be worried about at this point. And it means we can afford to do a day where we just sort of have something a little bit more uplifting to break up the routine, to break up just this long trudge of work that we've been part of. Finally, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you parents. I know there's a lot of different situations out there. Some people are really concerned about health. Some people are really concerned about having patience and motivation and excitement and passion for teaching their children. Some people are worrying about bigger things like moving and getting things put in their houses and preparing things to go other places. There are people who are just, I don't know, there's just so much going on. And I've been looking over some of your prayer requests and I've been praying for them, and I've just been thinking, wow, there is a lot more going on than just schoolwork, and yet you guys are all so completely faithfully involved in this, and you get in contact with me and you're able to work with your kids at your own pace, at your own schedules, and I can't get over how absolutely amazing that is. Once again, like, I get to sit here and make the videos, but you guys are the people who make that actually happen in your homes. And really, we can't do it without you guys right now. We couldn't before even too, because you provide the backbone for your kids one way or another. And so I just want to encourage you guys, keep going, push, because you know what, it is hard when it's hard to see an end. But if we keep pushing, if we keep trusting in God to lead us through this, we will get out of it, and we will probably be a lot stronger for it as well. So keep going. I hope that's an encouragement for you guys. And please keep contacting me, keep talking to me. I love seeing pictures from your kids because it's a chance for me to see their faces and see how they're doing. So please keep sending me things like that too. It's just such an encouragement to see those things happening. So yeah, let's just keep in contact. I will let you know about the talent show day thing, when that plans to happen, how that's going to go down, and that will come up in videos in the future, I'm sure, as well. And yeah, please just let me know if there are any questions. Oh, and one final comment. If you are someone who feels like the schoolwork that your kid is doing is really overwhelming, talk to me. I have a few options for certain reductions that won't actually diminish the amount your child is learning. It'll just be a way to sort of keep on top of things. So please, if you have any questions about that or any concerns about your child, just get in contact with me and we will find a way to make it work. Okay, thank you very much, parents. I hope to keep in contact with you and I wish you the best. Okay, bye-bye.